the word says, don't nobody want to be in a household with a quarrelsome woman.
No.
A woman that fights, whether you fighting verbally, whether you fighting physically.
Right.
That dominant woman who wants to lead. It's showtime. It's showtime. Guess who's back again? They don't know. He still ain't learned the song. What's up, y'all? It's the Couples Lounge, baby.
What it do, man? What's up, baby?
This is my husband, Remon. He's supposed to start the introductions first.
No.
We knew in 2024. Let's go.
Okay. What's up, man? This is your boy, Remon, Campbellman Tuck, and my sexy co-host.
I'm Candace. I'm the other half, and we are
the
Tucks. So you are tuned into the Couples Lounge show where we do this every Saturday. We're going to give you something to talk about, and guess what? Ain't nobody doing it like us.
Because they ain't us.
And so, let's have a real conversation on today. And this show is brought to you by We Will Win, LLC. That is our life coaching and counseling and speaking business. So, if you need support, make sure you get at us.
As well as Smokey D's Barbecue. If you love barbecue, go get you some barbecue from Smokey D's. It's in Texas. It's in...
Is your hand stuck like that?
Say, man, Smokey D's Barbecue, the best barbecue in the DFW. Go holler at them.
Make sure you subscribe to the show. So if you like what you hear, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications, follow, tell your friends to tune in.
Whoop, there it is.
So,
yes, sir.
Today...
That was a joke. If you caught, I didn't think he was going to catch. Yes, ma'am, babe, I'm sorry. Let me be serious. I'm serious.
This is what I tell y'all all the time.
It's my serious face.
Pray for me.
It's my serious face.
Pray for me.
I'm serious. Go ahead.
Oh, so last week.
Yes.
We talked about the 4 types of destructive husbands.
Yes.
So guess what we got to do today? We got to balance the thing out.
We do. We not biased on this.
We not. So we're going to have to talk to the ladies on today.
Why you say it like that? Like you... I peeped that. I just want you to know that.
I know, ladies. I know. But we do have our issues as well. So let's talk to the 4 types of destructive wives.
Let's get it.
Woo!
Come on. It'll be okay.
So I'm going to name the 4.
Okay.
The dominant.
Yes.
Enabler.
Yep.
Distracted.
Yep.
And emotionally motivated. And so again, we got these pointers or these wives from the book Marriage on the Rocks by Jimmy Evans. And so the dominant wife.
Yes.
I feel like she's the most... This could be the worst one from the wives.
I agree.
Because the word says, don't nobody want to be in a household with a quarrelsome woman.
No.
A woman that fights, whether you fighting verbally, whether you fighting physically.
Right.
That dominant woman who wants to lead.
Absolutely.
And more times than not, like we talked on last show, this woman has probably attracted a passive or a dependent man.
Right.
And we talked about on last show, that kind of stems from fear, maybe a family system of women that were in control.
Right.
But we didn't talk about the dominant wife stemming from a place of having a father that was not present. Whether he was in the house and not present or not present.
Period.
So you didn't have a man to confirm your femininity.
Yes.
To confirm just who you were, to affirm you.
Yes.
As a woman, as a kid. And so now you are out and you're looking.
Right.
for a man that, I guess that kind of goes with the passive man though. So let me retract that. That fear that comes to place when it comes to, not having a man in her life. And it could, because she didn't have a man, now she angry with all men. And so you ain't gonna run over me. I seen how my daddy did my mama and whoop de whoop. So
right.
What do you feel about a dominant woman let me say a dominant wife, because the dominant woman is one thing. When it's a wife, it's totally different.
I totally agree. Kind of touched on it with the men. It's because it gets the relationship completely out of alignment.
Yeah.
When she's dominant and when the relationship is out of alignment, how can it flourish, if you will? And when it talks about the father, when they talked about the father, it immediately made me think about my daughter, and the importance of having.
Glad you've been the father that you have been.
Man, it reconfirmed all the stuff I've been saying to her and how I've been treating her, how I do from day one. Instinctively doing, and then some of it has been strategic. Some of it has definitely been strategic, and some of it just instinctively. And the importance of the role that I have in her life moving forward, for us getting a husband, knowing what to expect and what to want and require from her husband.
And I would say with a dominant wife, that's going to all be fine and good until it ain't.
Yeah.
Because when you stay in that dominant role for so long, you do not allow your husband to fulfill his godly role. And his godly role is to lead.
And if you have a manly man, if you will,
y'all going to be in conflict. Y'all going to be bumping heads.
Yeah, no man feels love when his woman tries to dominate him and rule over him. You won't feel like a man. You're not going to even feel love. I'm not going to receive love that way if this is how you treat. I'm going to feel attacked, if you will. And you're going to catch me fighting, not physically, but
the fighting against you.
Yeah, like, because I feel like you, wait, whoa, that don't feel good. You trying to, as a man, when you come at your husband in a certain way, that it instantly, hey, hold on, woman. Wait, what's going on?
And I see the issue with this, for one, that you don't allow the man to fulfill his godly role. That's that out of alignment thing. Yeah. And like I said last show, it's all good dating.
Right.
The passive dude with the dominant woman, and you getting your way, and my husband, what? And you talk, that's all good until you come up under the covenant and God starts to say, no.
Right.
We're not working like that no more. You're going to have to get in alignment.
Absolutely.
And so it goes back to what you just said. You start, the man, although he is maybe even passive,
right,
at some point, he is not all right. Because it's just not your nature. It's not all right.
Right. Whether he speaks on it or not.
But we done got in a pattern. This is what we've been doing.
Right.
And now you want to come back against me, and you got an issue with me as the woman. She's saying now you got an issue with me making decisions. I've been making decisions. You ain't been one. And now they in conflict. Now she even can start losing respect. Even that dominant woman.
Yeah.
Losing respect for him because he never takes the lead.
Right.
And so,
like, I don't think I find it hard to believe a woman respects any man that she can rule over and dominate.
I do too.
Like, I'm not a woman, but I find it hard to believe you can truly respect your husband.
Yeah. When you get in the mirror, you
like,
tell your friends.
I know I got a husband that I can do whatever, say whatever.
Yeah.
And he gonna hey, whoa. Yeah. And you respect me. You view me as your husband.
And I think even other women look at both of them like, definitely the man, like, she might joke with her homegirl, but to see, like, she really rule over you. She talk to you crazy.
Right.
Like, society begins to lose respect for that man that is like that. So,
men, we gain or / lose respect based off our woman. the way you walk in the room, the way you look, the way you carry yourself, I instantly can gain respect. You will instantly gain it.
When a husband find a good thing.
I see you, my brother.
Yeah.
Dang. Or
When he found a
like,
wife.
dang, that's
you.
dang, bro, that's you. Your wife. She could dress like that. She could talk like that. She could.
Yeah.
Now I've lost respect for you as a man because of how your wife or your woman is carrying herself, the way she's dressed, the way she talks.
Yeah.
Or again, like I said, I can gain respect. Jay-Z gained respect when he pulled B. He did.
And it says, "Will y'all cream?"
Yes.
So I definitely get what you're saying right there. And I want to say to the woman right here, and I think I might just do this show different. To the woman that feels like she has to dominate her man, you got to check that. You got to see what that is about, what the fear is about, what the control is about.
Yeah.
Because at some point, it's not going to be all right. It might be all right while y'all dating, and y'all might be even in y'all marriage, but it's not going to be all right. And you got to be willing to, y'all both going to have to be willing to go through the process of breaking the pattern that y'all have created. And it probably won't be an easy process, but y'all got to get back in alignment. It's like, no. You shouldn't be the protector. You shouldn't be the leader. You are out of alignment. And when we get to number 4, you will see why. You got to be operating in the role in which God called you to operate, and it is not to dominate your husband.
Not at all.
Enabler.
When you first heard that, what did you immediately think of?
That's me.
Why?
Because I feel like...
And I didn't. I didn't immediately think that was you. I didn't. So I'm actually shocked that you're saying this, to be honest.
Because I felt like, even up to probably just recently, that I have enabled you. I have not pushed you to your greatest self in certain situations, in certain times.
Okay, wow.
I haven't spoke on things that I've seen, or I spoke on it and I let it go because I didn't want to have to deal with whatever came with it.
Okay.
I feel, and so the definition of an enabler is...
Break it down.
Allows a loved one to behave in a destructive manner. You provide the resources and or atmosphere necessary to promote the destructive behavior. So I've seen things like whether it's the smoking or it's the when I say smoking cigars or smoke you used to smoke Black and Milds, or you not walking in your calling, or you not going after this, or you not go or even in leading in aspects, I have enabled the behavior. Or even like we was talking on last show, how God is trying to do something for you and I keep getting in the way. Right. I keep helping. I just never forget that time where, it was a long time ago, where you was filling out applications or you were supposed to be. And I kept jumping in. What you want me to do? You want me to? And that it's okay to help.
What's wrong with that?
No, it wasn't nothing wrong with that. But what I eventually saw.
What was this? What for what?
This was like year 3.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay. I'm like,
and so it was, I felt like it was enabling because you were not doing it for yourself. So it wasn't I was helping you. I was doing it. But you were not doing it. And so in that point, I wasn't allowing you to step up to the plate and do what you need to do. And I'm, okay, I fill out the applications, or I do this, and you in there chilling. You in there watching TV, or you whatever. And so when I read that, I immediately identified, this is me.
And I did not see that at all. I did not view you as that. And I'm really, I'm shocked that you felt this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I've let you, I feel like as your wife, just like you as my husband, we ought to push each other to our best self.
And I feel that you do that.
Self.
So that's why I was like,
I do it more so.
I did not view you as an enabler at all.
I would say I have been reserved and I have been reluctant at times to push you, to call things out, to say no. Like, I might do it, but I probably had thought about it a long time before I even say something because I had to work up the nerves.
But you damn sure do it. Sure know where the hell
now, now.
That's why I'm like,
no.
enabler, that's not you.
No, now, since I've been on, my whole spiritual, the healing that I've done and the work that I've done and continue. No, I'm at the place now like, no, I'm not letting you play small no more. I'm going to call it out. I'm going to say it, and I can handle whatever comes with it. At first, it was, I don't want to handle it, or me telling myself, do I want to deal with this? Or maybe even unconsciously feeling like I can't deal with the emotions from it. And I just wouldn't. But now I'm at a place, I'm like, it's understanding my power as your wife. And as your wife, I need to call out the things that are not beneficial.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think there are a lot of women that can identify with the enabler?
Absolutely. Because I think I say that because our nature is love. Our nature is to be nurturing. Our nature is to help. You think about the woman and all that she is just
because you're helping don't make you. I think sometimes women may view that like I'm enabling him because I'm helping. But if you're helping in an area that he's not strong in and you are, that's not being enabled.
That's different.
If you can fill out applications and your sentence structure is better than his, then handle that for him. That's not enabling.
But this is more so, it said with where he's destructive. You allow destructive things to happen.
Okay.
So you enabling, maybe you giving the money to him. You know he got a habit and you keep giving him the money, but he my husband and he asking, so I'll give him the money. Or your husband is an alcoholic, but you keep indulging with him in liquor, but you want him to stop, but you getting drunk with him, or you smoking with him, but you see it. You might can handle it one way, but your husband cannot.
Right.
And so even if you like to drink, you cannot drink with him.
Right.
And so I definitely feel a lot of women can relate to this just because what our nature is. And then if you have a husband that has a big personality, or he's just abusive, or he don't want to listen to his wife, or whatever the case may be, it's like, I just oblige. And we don't call y'all higher doing that. And we're not operating in a role that God has called us to do.
Do you don't think this is the most destructive, do you?
Enabler?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know though.
That's why, because the way you was talking, I was like, does she think this is the most destructive? That's why I asked.
I would say this. I think it is I don't even know the word for it, but for us not to call y'all higher, not to make sure y'all are encouraging y'all to operate in your giftings, to be the best version, for God to use you from a spiritual perspective, the enabler could be the worst one. Because you're allowing your husband to self-destruct. You are sitting...
Are you allowing it, or you just can't stop it?
You can't stop it, but
so how you allowing
you are participating in his self-destruction.
Okay, now that's something different.
You are participating. You see it happening. And I know it's some wives out there that's saying, but I tell him, but I'm saying this, but you gotta keep doing it. I know. He's probably gonna say you're nagging. He's gonna say everything, but you gotta understand what your power is and what your call is on his life. And you just gotta figure out how to do it. Do it in moderation. But don't enable the destructive behavior. Don't provide a safe place for him to self-destruct. Make it uncomfortable. No, you ain't gonna be able to do that here. And so he gotta leave. But he probably be like, this is my house. No, you can't do that here though. That's not acceptable. And so it's calling you higher.
I can dig it.
But this is what got me. When it starts saying why, when it starts saying the traits of an enabler, I was like, hold on now, wait a minute. And one of them was
I was just for the say.
Low self-esteem and a distorted view of love.
Mm-hmm. But you don't have either. Distorted view of love.
I don't think I have that. No.
No, you don't have low self-esteem.
I've always said this. Growing up, I didn't have high self-esteem and I didn't have low self-esteem. But I don't even know if that is a fact. Like
I can see that. I can see that with you in college, maybe, with the self-esteem thing.
Yeah.
But not now.
No, not now. No, not now.
But I can see.
But it has been a pattern though. This been started.
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like I was like, I don't even know. Am I telling myself I didn't have low self-esteem?
Yeah, in college I could see that possibly you did, because I believe a compliment would have got your attention. All a guy had to do was really just compliment you.
I would say I felt like I didn't, because when I did get compliments, I would shut them down. Stop saying that. Boy, shut up. Whatever. I would shoot a compliment down.
When?
When I got them.
In college?
Yes. But I noticed it in college too. And I'm like, why do I tell people to shut up when they give me a compliment? That is crazy.
Because you I can see
why I didn't know how to receive it.
No, I can see why a woman would do that, because if I know in your relationship and I know you go with John, oh girl, you fine. Boy, shut up. Because I'm being disrespectful when I shoot you.
But no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. And I
can see how someone, because I can be very a guy can be disrespectful in complimenting you. And I know you're married. As a married woman, I shouldn't come up and tell you how fine you are. Oh, girl, look at them legs. And, oh, you fine.
No,
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that is. But that wasn't.
So at that point, you should shoot that down. Now, I don't believe that was the case in college. But
so I feel like there was some esteem issues there.
I can see that.
And that's why I make sure that I speak into my child. I'm speaking because I need you to feel not in a cocky way. Oh my God, the lady we're gonna talk about on the next show, she had this post that was
stay with us. Okay. I'm joking. Go ahead, don't talk.
No, but in this, it's like, when you live, you just wish you were a certain way. But then too, I don't know if I was a certain way, would I still be with you? That's a lot of things. Sometimes
like,
they
wait,
come.
what?
Like,
what
I just
hell?
wished I had I was a certain way. Anyway, the lady.
What way?
The lady posted on her thing like, I'm humble enough to know I'm replaceable. Mm-hmm. But I'm cocky to know that it's a downgrade. Girl. Like, yes.
I like that.
Yes, but it's just, I just wish I had a different level of confidence in Candace. In so many ways. I could have, for as that confidence would have took me so many places, for as relationship-wise, for as business-wise, dream-wise, etc. But it was supposed to happen exactly like it was. Because you did some foolish stuff in college that if my confidence was totally different, we wouldn't be married.
So you think...
We wouldn't be married.
So you stay... Wait, wow, that was because of lack of confidence?
Yes, a lack of confidence have a lot of women out here accepting things that we should not be accepting.
But that wasn't... I didn't view that was the case with you. Why
you think about the stuff you did in college?
I didn't, girl, please.
You just made me go cross-eyed.
Yeah, you did. I was not like that. Come on,
baby.
I didn't get caught being like that.
Baby,
is that better? Not like that, boo. Not like
the things that you told me that I went along with. Like, what? When I think back on it, what? I said I couldn't be the woman that I am today back then. We wouldn't be together. We wouldn't be together, or you would have changed. One of the two.
We wouldn't be together.
Okay, yeah. I just think I definitely could identify with the low self-esteem. I would say I wasn't in the pit, the pit. There's some women in the pit that it was some stuff like I know my worth.
Right.
My self-esteem might not be like I might not be, but I knew my worth.
Right.
I knew God. Right. I knew I was a dreamer. I knew I could accomplish the things that I put my mind to. Like it was certain things I knew. So I would say there was some self-esteem issues there that would cause me to be in the neighborhood.
To some extent, a lot of people to a small sense have self-esteem issues.
Absolutely.
Not everybody was born just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And even some of them still have.
And they do.
Issues.
And they do.
Yeah.
And I think women, but I know men do as well, but I think women, it's this comparison thing. If we had to rate it, I would say women more so.
Because the women that come in and start rating themselves
and comparing
to the women that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think guys, we do that.
Y'all do it. Y'all just don't do it. Yeah. I just don't think y'all do it at the level, at the level.
Financially, guys do it. But I don't think I don't know. Oh, wow. I've never been in the place, man.
But you
guys, like how these guys.
But you can be like, he clean. Like, hey. Or you see this guy that, a lot of women are drawn to him or drawn to his energy, and it could be some self-esteem stuff that, because it's some men that if you go out places, definitely if he's single, he's walking up to certain women, and the men that the women are gonna be vibing for just by his presence. By his presence. So yeah, I think it's definitely relevant, but I think more so with women. So let's take a break and let's run this ad.
Oh my God. Yo, how's everybody doing? This is Remon from the Couples Lounge. I'm here at Smokey D's, starving. I heard about this great barbecue. It smells good as soon as you come in. Great friendly service. I've heard about it. Let me see what it do. I'm about to say I got a 2-meat plate. I'm ready to see what it's talking about. This ain't your barbecue sauce,
man. That's my barbecue sauce.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the only way to go.
That's what I'm talking
homemade.
about.
That's what I'm talking about. I just made that this morning.
Oh, wait, man.
I just made that this morning. Look at me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Say, man. Say, stop playing with me. Smokey D's. Stop playing with me. Hold on. That's the ribs, though. Let me see about the brisket. Hold on. Everybody can't do a brisket. Hey, if you don't come to Smokey D's and get you some barbecue, slap your face. Smokey D's. Oh my God.
Welcome back to the Couples Lounge Show. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we are talking about the 4 types of destructive wives. Last week, we talked about the husbands.
Yes.
This week, we're talking about the
wives.
Ladies.
Get it to the ladies.
And so
we had the dominant and enabler. What was the third?
Distracted.
Ooh. This is the one I thought of you.
I could see myself in this one.
I thought of
more
you.
So recently.
Yeah, but I didn't, like I said, the enabler. When that's why you totally. This is breaking news because I didn't see you as that. What was the distracted? Distracted,
and this is what, as he said it, and I'm all about, you got to own your own stuff, But in the book, and it makes sense because we are receivers.
Right.
Y'all set the temperature. It said the distracted wife stems from the distracted husband.
Yes.
So my husband is always gone. My husband is out and he's just not present with me. Well, in order for me to cope, in order for me not to harp and nag and let me find me something to do.
And that's why I thought of you on this one, because it made me think of me.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm being honest, when I'm looking in the mirror and say, Ramona, have you even being at home and not present, it made her because of you.
Mhm.
So that's why I thought of you, because I thought of me being this way,
Yeah.
which may force you at times to be
Mhm.
that way.
Become distracted.
Yeah.
Or, and my distraction is I just go in my office and I work on We Will Win
Yeah.
and the couples lounge, and it's like, well, he out there, whatever the case may be. So I definitely can see this, and in the book with him saying like two people can't become distracted. And it goes back to what you said when we like first got married, how daddy told you just y'all both may fall out of love, just pray it ain't at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like this is when it comes to this, because two people getting distracted,
Mm-hmm.
you give the devil a big old playing field.
Right.
Because you might be distracted by TV watching, or you distracted by whatever you using to cope or whatever.
Right.
And her coping, women are that needing that emotional connection, needing that talking, needing that this, that, and the other.
Right.
And so some women might go to working, or some people start just being with their kids a lot more.
Right.
But some women go to a man.
Right. Yes.
So in my distraction,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'm getting out now. I'm going there, I'm hanging with my homegirls, and
Right.
are you at work and this? Oh, y'all going where? And this, okay, well, we meeting up too, and we coming there too. And so for that emotional,
And I feel the distractive wife, that's dangerous.
mm-hmm.
All of them are bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or it can be dangerous. But the distractive wife, once you become distracted, your eyes is off this.
Mm-hmm.
And when your eyes, any thoughts and emotions are not in this,
Mm-hmm.
this is when that other guy can come in and boom, get you focus on him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. And what I want to say to the wives in this instance is, in the last show we talked about why being distracted is a coping mechanism. It's almost like taking a drug, taking pills. When people are depressed, they end up taking meds and stuff to survive, just to live, to cope. Understanding that if your husband is in a distracted place, that he is dealing with something, so that both of us do not become not present in the marriage, or we start allowing this space to come in between us. We are love at our heart. We're love. I said love at our heart. We're naturally love. We're naturally nurturers. We're naturally givers. Don't go against who you naturally are. You have got to keep trying to keep y'all connected, even when he is checked out. And I know it's difficult. I know all of that. But it's only as difficult as we make it. It's only as difficult as we make it.
How could you tell a woman what could you tell to the wives to help get them out of this place?
Where she's been distracted.
Why she's distracted?
I think it's keep trying to connect with your husband. Keep trying to get him to open up. Well, let me take that back. Let me try this. Let me say this.
He's not.
Prayer. Prayer has to be that number one thing. I've seen prayer literally shift things. Literally.
Okay.
Just in our conversation about probably about a week ago, when we was starting to prepare for the show, and I was like, stop. Let's just pray, because we forgot to pray before we went into it.
Right.
And it immediately shifted the energy. It immediately. So prayer, in that moment, it was just like a reminder. God is like, girl, I told you to pray before the meeting anyway.
Right.
But prayer really do work. Prayer shifts you internally, but it also opens up the space to for God to work with your husband. And then you get to come from a certain place, because if you believe in it, you got faith that God is going to change him. that he gonna hear from God, and you are walking in faith, you show up differently.
Right.
And it's like I'm gonna still keep trying. I'm gonna still come out and talk to you, or try to get you to open up, or whatever the case may be. And it's knowing your emotional capacity, because rejection is hard. And I think when one is trying to connect and the other one is not, it feels like it is rejection.
Yeah, and I do you think a lot of wives have to deal with rejection when it comes with their husband? Is that something
for the husband that is not focused on his marriage, for the husband that is that needs to do the work? Yeah. And I think a lot of men are fits in those categories. But I do know that it's men out here, and I'm happy to hear and see, more men are doing their work, more men are understanding the benefit of marriage, the impact that his wife making his life. I'm starting to see it more, at least on my thread, and maybe that's the algorithms, and because that's what I talk about, then I get to see that. So it's a hopeful place to be, to say, okay, I see the shift. I see it happening, and I want to make sure that the couples lounge is definitely this year focused on building up the husband, building up the man, because y'all are the leaders. Y'all are like the sun. Y'all are the ones that everybody are focused on.
Right.
We are the moons. We still got a light.
Right.
But as a wife, we are that feminine, and we work when ain't nobody looking. We in the background. We working.
Right.
And we keeping everything afloat. Everything are moving. But y'all are the sun. Y'all are that energy.
How does, as a distracted wife, how does that show up in a marriage? How's that hurting the marriage? In what way do you feel?
For both of them, or the distracted wife?
Yeah, the distracted wife. How's that? You're being, as a wife, and you're distracted. Mm-hmm. How's that hurting this?
And I would say, let me add the other two ways. The first way was just because of the husband. Right. He's distracted, so it's causing me to be distracted. Right.
But what about
the mother? You can be distracted with your kids, where your kids come before your husband.
That's it. That's basically what I'm saying.
And then that third one, is the overworked, overloaded. Let me say that you doing everything. That's what I was talking about when you dominant. You trying to lead. Right. You trying to be the helpmate. Right. You trying to be a mother. Right. You trying to help everybody outside the house. Right. And then your plate is full. Your stuff is falling over, running over. Right. And so that distracted woman, you are taking your eyes off what is the most important. And I know we got kids, but this is the most important.
Right. At some point, the kids gonna leave.
Exactly.
Like.
Exactly.
Flying and yes, make their own nest.
Yes. Yeah. So, and I think some mothers feel like, well, these my kids, and I gotta put them. But they gonna always be your kids.
That's where I was going, because I wanted you to speak on, like, you can be distracted because of your children. You can be distracted because of your job. Yeah. And these two, and from the outside looking in as a man, I see them be the main two. I could see them being the main two that keeps a woman distracted from their marriage and from their husband.
Because some women get their validation from their kids. Their kids, yeah. But their kids give them, I'll tell you, it was way back when. But to hear a young girl say, and I've heard it again since then, that she wanted to have a child. Mind she a teenager. I want to have a child because I want to feel unconditional love.
Oh, wow.
And I believe that is a real thing for women. They are so invested in their kids because that kid shows me unconditional love. When my husband ain't showing it, right. When my parents didn't show it, right. When I was treated a certain way, this person shows me unconditional love. So yes, I want to be with them all the time.
Right.
Yes, I want to do things for them because they are feeding my insecurities.
Right. Oh.
My kids are
That career.
they are
That
their career.
job,
Yeah.
that title
Yeah.
that you have at work.
Yeah.
Is.
It's giving me purpose. And so that's why we have to even be on doing our work. It ain't just on the husbands to do their work, go to counseling, go to therapy as a woman. That's why I feel like everybody needs to go to counseling, individual, at least 3 months, at least. Everybody.
Because if someone said, well, what is my purpose as a wife? What would you say?
Oh my God. That's not a loaded question. Not a loaded question.
You don't think God created you for a purpose? What was that?
Yes. You are the helpmate. You are the one that gives wisdom. You are just like we were saying earlier, you're your husband's crown. So you bring honor and respect and reverence to your husband.
And that's your purpose. God created you for that, right?
Yeah. You were made for your husband. Y'all wasn't made for us. We were made for y'all. God knew y'all needed us. Yeah. He knew y'all couldn't make it without us.
No, we couldn't.
They can't make it without us. God knew it. Eve gave Adam his humanity, showed him humanity, which we talked about last show. I give you a reason to love. I give you a reason to show compassion.
Right. This relationship, man and wife, is dependent, codependent relationship.
Mm-hmm. But it needs to be healthy because it can be an unhealthy.
Absolutely.
It can be unhealthy as well.
Absolutely. God creates you to be dependent on us.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to rule over, but in a godly manner.
Okay, yeah.
After we follow him, rule over, getting knowledge, leadership, direction from him first.
Absolutely.
Then putting that in you. And by doing that, we're dependent on your softness, femininity, if you will, what helps us with our masculinity.
Balance.
Yes, it is.
It's balance.
It balances us out.
We need each other.
Codependent.
We need each other. Absolutely. And so, distracted wife. And take some of that stuff off your plate. You overloaded because of the choices you making. You can blame any and everybody else. No is a complete sentence. No.
What is the is this a scripture? I don't know if this is scripture or not. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world but to lose his soul? Right? Is that a scripture?
Is it his soul or his?
I think
it might be so.
Profit the man to gain the whole world. What does it profit? What does it gain a woman to profit all these titles that you may have on your career? I'm speaking to the married woman. What does it gain? What does it help you? What do you gain when you gain all these titles, this money, this prestige, but you lose your husband? You lose the respect of your husband because you're so focused on becoming a boss chick, becoming this type of mother or this hands-on mother, but yet you're a hands-on mother, but you're hands off of this.
And it takes balance. It takes balance because it ain't worth losing your family. No, it ain't. I be amazed. It doesn't
something without losing something. I can lose my wife,
and she's still in the house.
And you can lose your husband in your marriage, and I'm still in the house with you. Yeah.
I put a post on my Facebook. Is that divorce starts in the mind? It starts there first before it ever happens on paper. It's people living together right now that's separated, but they still in the same household. They're divorced, but they still in the same household.
Rook, this is kind of off topic, but off of what you just said. As a prenup, do you think that's thinking of divorce for? I
believe that.
You think so?
I believe that it is it puts doubt into what's going on. Doubt that we will make it. Doubt it for me is a.
There's doubt to you, but let's say our son.
I had this conversation with the kids,
and he get $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think would you recommend him to?
I would say, why would you be marrying somebody you feel like you can't trust that would try to take all your money?
Not that I don't trust. Is that I might not trust your motive. I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know.
Don't marry her. Don't marry her.
Money is a great motivator for people to fool you.
It is.
To finesse you, if you will. To like, I was torn. Like I truly believe people with an abundance of
should do it before the person.
Yes, just to make sure you're on. I am. I'm on the up and up. I love you. I'm putting a ring on your finger. But for you, let me protect myself.
Yeah,
just
I get that.
You're not.
Our kids was asking us that. I said, first of all, y'all talking about regular people. Regular people don't need no prenup.
Yeah, what do you have?
People don't need no prenup.
Yeah.
But
because truth be told, nowadays being married, it's a business contract.
But my thing is too for the prenup. Well, I guess I'm thinking about one particular couple like Candy and Todd. What I was finna say is how you even in the circle with somebody that doesn't have as much as you have. Because if I'm thinking I'm $100 million person, I hang with a different level of people than people that, not down here, but people at this financial. Yeah, I'm just my crowd is different.
Right.
So, but I can see when thinking about Candy and Todd, like she was this platinum artist and he worked for the production company. So I can see they were still in the same circle, but he might not have been making as much money as her.
Because without a certain amount of money, I'm not gonna be in the same room with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Like why is Jay-Z, unless even it no matter where we at, we won't be in the same room,
right?
Because of what he have, and I don't have.
But you can't even say that though.
It's not gonna put me in that door.
But really, more times than not. But you never know what doors God gonna put you in. You would look up and you in the room with folks like, how did I get in this room? Yeah. But it's a God thing, and so I get it. So the last one. An emotionally motivated wife. I feel this is the most dangerous. This is the most dangerous. Okay, not the most destructive.
Okay.
But the dangerous.
Tell the listeners, what is it?
An emotionally motivated. I run off of my emotions. I ain't running off no thoughts. I'm strictly running off how I feel. And if she is a woman that is not healed.
Because my first question is, when you say most, if not, I'm not gonna say all, because we don't speak in absolute, but most women, you don't think God created y'all more emotional?
No, I do believe we are more emotional, but you don't have to run off of your emotions. You don't have to allow your emotions to be your lead. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think it's the most dangerous?
A woman.
Well, I'm asking.
That is vengeful, that is unhealed, so she got a lot of triggers, and you do something, and she respond based off in the moment how I feel. That's dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
That's how your clothes get cut up, your house get set on fire, your car get messed up. You lose your job because she calling up there. She finna run.
Bank account
empty. Or like the one girl who went, your boyfriend done broke up. You done put all his credit card information on Twitter.
Yeah, people was paying their rent, mortgage. They paid off stuff because of that. She's finna face a lot of charges because of that.
People actually use the cards?
They used the card and paid stuff off because of that. Rent, bills was paid, cars and stuff was purchased off that. Think about it. If I put all my credit card front and back on there, purchase anything with it, and they did. She is in
I seen that she was.
Yeah, she's gonna do prison time behind that. There's no. This is just my opinion. The facts is she is facing charges. She's facing a number of charges. Just my opinion. I don't know how she beats it.
Like you said,
you did it.
People can change their life in a matter of seconds.
In seconds.
And I believe an emotionally motivated wife is dangerous.
Yeah, so what podcast that was? $1 million worth of game. Wallow, who just got out of prison. He spoke about a guy like how long? It was like, to me, how long? Like 10 years. And it was like basically 10 seconds cost him 20 years of his life, or 10 years of his life.
120 seconds, 2 minutes.
Right. That 10 seconds, that 1 minute.
That you didn't take a breath.
That you didn't take a breath, and you let your emotions get the best of you, can cost you, hell, it can cost you your life, literally, or life in prison.
So that's why I say I think this is the most dangerous one. I think, and emotions are a great thing. They absolutely are, but it's understanding too that our emotions come from our thoughts. So it's whatever we're telling ourselves in the moment, and you have to be willing to use logic. I feel this way. Let me take a breath. Am I what is what I'm telling myself and what I'm thinking actual, factual, or am I tripping?
Because of the emotions made me at one point, and I don't know if I've gotten past this to where I changed my mind. Well, I didn't want to work for another woman. I had a woman that was my principal, and women, but the assistant principal wasn't like, she was a woman, but she was nothing like that. And as emotional as they come, like, oh my goodness, come in and just, I'm like, wait, we ain't done nothing. And it was like, But let me shut up. But I've had others, but it was like, no, I don't want to work for another woman. I don't want to work. And it was not that just because you was a woman, but because this was an emotional woman. Highly emotional. And she responded, acted,
She needed counseling. She needed coaching. Call me.
She did.
Join the Power of Me class.
I don't even know where she at today, but I didn't. That made me like never again, again. But and again, I've had others that she was nothing like that. You know, Miss Lewis, Miss McGee, none of them great APs. They were women, but they were not emotional.
And I think
they respond and acted in that way. Shut up.
I think our emotions is our power source. As a woman, we are the heart. We are the heart of the home. Y'all are the head of the home. Y'all are the logic ones. But we gotta be willing to. This emotional woman, literally, when it says in the Bible, like the woman that would tear down her own house with her hands. I believe that you can do that when you're emotionally motivated and you strictly run off of your emotions without taking a moment to reflect.
And it's scripture, like it's better to live on the corner of a roof. With
a quarrelsome woman.
Yeah.
And so it's, and even with the word saying like, as a woman, we can, no.
You don't think wait, whoa.
Emotionally motivated?
Not motivated, but you don't think you've ever responded?
Responded?
Oh, okay. Or acted out of emotion?
Yeah. But that's not often.
Okay.
I feel like I'm a good balance.
Not now, but I'm speaking past tense.
Not where I would say in generally that's me. No, I feel like this. I was raised with boys. So I kind of can almost be too nonchalant about things. I can be just like, no, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I got a good balance there.
And I have a new coworker. Golly, it was the math teacher. He said something. I forgot what he said. And the math teacher, and I almost kind of did this stuff right here. And I just peeped it. And then I started peeping. And I asked her, I said, how many siblings you got? She got 4 brothers.
Yeah.
And immediately I saw it. Like, yeah, there's a godness, a tough, and not just, and I don't mean that in a negative manner, but I can tell she's being raised.
I love that I was raised as the only girl in the house. I love it.
And I said, yeah, you probably played throw up tackle. She's like, and I did.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, I knew it.
I was able to be a tomboy. I think my childhood was more tomboyish, but I didn't start finding my womanness until I got to college.
Okay.
And so I feel like I'm a very good balance. Like I'm that roundaway.
You got to college where you found the
Yeah, I didn't wear no. I might have wore dresses to church, but dresses, like church and prom. That's it. Like, I didn't wear no dresses.
Skirts in high school?
To church and to prom.
High school.
I know. I'm telling you, in high school, church.
Oh, really?
And prom.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't in that feminine stuff like I wasn't. And so it went into really Pledge and Delta that allowed me to start coming into my womanness. And so, yeah, I have a good balance there, I feel like. So, yeah.
Okay.
And so, is it time for me to talk to the ladies as we begin to close?
Talk to the ladies, baby.
I will say this, ladies. If you have identified yourself in either one of these women, and I'm going to tell you right now, if your marriage is in breakdown, more than likely, your husband is in one of the 4 we discussed last week, and you're one of the 4 we discussed this week. So, as I said for him as well, once you have become aware and you acknowledged it, just accept it without judgment. And then you need to go into prayer. And do you really want to be the best wife that you can? Do you want to be the wife that God has called us to be? Is that what you want to be? And if so, it's going to take, we can't do marriage without God. You can't do being a wife without God. The call is too high. And so you decide if you need to get saved, if you need to start just saying, I'm going to live like I want to be a good wife. You got to do that. If you know you need counseling or coaching, holla at me. I am a spiritual life and relationship coach. So reach out. www.wewillwin.as.me. It's okay. It's okay. And it's also confess it. Confess it to your husband. It's power in being able to acknowledge, babe, I realize this is how I'm showing up. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. And it frees you. So you got anything you want to say to the wives?
I'm just looking at your legs. Good Lord, girl. I would say this. Fellas, ask yourself this question. Am I showing up in a way that causes my wife to show up this way? Is there anything I'm doing that's causing my wife to respond in a way now she's distracted? Now she's emotional. Now she's...
That's good.
An enabler. Because of how I'm showing up.
That's real good.
Women do respond. Are responders. So how are you showing up, my brother? You may not be. It may be her father that caused her to show up this way.
Yeah.
Her childhood, a lack thereof father in her life that's causing her to show up this way. So therefore, grace is what she needs from you.
That's good.
She needs grace and love from you to help her come out of this. But ask yourself that question, my brother.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Continue to tune in every Saturday. If you have not shared...
Talk to the people right here, babe.
If you have not shared this video, share this video. Singles, couples, share it to the world. Hit the subscribe button. If you have not hit the subscribe button, slap your face and hit the subscribe button.
We helping the people this year. We have been helping the people for a long time.
Absolutely.
But definitely. And women, I am hosting the Power of Me Masterclass where we are healing and we are going on a journey of self-discovery. Please make sure you join. You have until January the 31st.
And let me say this, because we Greek here. Happy Founders Day. Sorry, baby.
That was last week.
Happy Founders Day to
Again.
the ladies of AKA. This is what we're gonna do the
Oh,
Greek thing. So
I'm sorry.
When the Sigmas come up, I don't know why, but I'm gonna shout out to them. When the Omega, I don't know why, but I'm gonna shout out to these brothers too. This D9, we're gonna represent for all of them. So happy Founders Day. It's either today or tomorrow. One of them. I don't know. I don't care about the AKAs. I got me a Delta late. But shout out to and happy Founders Day to the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
All right.